AnesonGib vs FaZe Jarvis is officially confirmed for the semi-final of the Kingpin tournament July 1st. So today we will be taking a close look at the strengths and talents of both fighters in order to make an accurate decision of the expected outcome of the fight. Subscribe and turn on notifications for my upcoming influencer boxing analysis. The Gib vs Jarvis fight has sparked a lot of buzz among fans, with many expressing their opinions on the highly anticipated event. Gib likes to come out fast with an awkward style and stance, putting pressure on, giving no room for his opponents to breathe. Whereas, Jarvis likes to come out with bad intentions, trying to inflict as much damage as possible on his opponent and doesn't mind getting hit. Jarvis began his boxing career in 2021 when he fought fellow influencer Michael Lee at a Social Gloves event. In this fight, Jarvis started off fast and lost his footing, which resulted in him taking a few shots. Despite the shaky start, Jarvis continued to fight on the front foot, putting pressure on his opponent, landing big shots. Not long into round 1, Jarvis was able to score a standing 10 count on his opponent after landing multiple overhand rights. Jarvis was clearly more hungry for the win, and as a result, at the start of the second round he knocked out his opponent with a huge right hand. After this fight, Jarvis was inactive for 18 months, but he continued to train throughout this time period. His second fight was against Tom Zanetti in the quarterfinal of the Kingpin tournament on the 22nd of April. In this fight, Jarvis immediately looked better than his first fight. He was more composed and didn't rush his shots. However, once again it seems to be that his fighting style is to eat his opponent's shots and move forward. Jarvis did take a lot of hits in this fight, but it didn't seem to faze him. He continued to close the distance, landing powerful shots, forcing his opponent to quit in the third round. Jarvis trains at the Mayweather gym and his coach is Otis Pimpleton, one of the top trainers in the TMT team, so it's fair to say Jarvis is no stranger to the sport of boxing. He has even sparred Floyd Mayweather twice, which is great experience that no other influencer has. Jarvis's current record going into this fight with Gib is 2 fights, 2 wins, 1 knockout.
AnesonGib. Gib is one of, if not the most experienced fighter in the influencer scene. He started off his career in 2018 against popular YouTuber Jay Swingler. Gib came into this fight with high energy, staying on his toes with constant head movement, throwing powerful shots. Gib continued to put pressure on his opponent, throwing multiple different combinations to the body and head. Gib's pressure and cardio allowed him to keep landing on his opponent and in the end got a very convincing win via unanimous decision. In 2020, Gib had his second fight against Jake Paul. Once again, Gib started very fast, putting pressure on his opponent. He had a very interesting fighting style in this fight where he was keeping a wide low stance, which ultimately affected his balance. Throughout the first round, Gib was trying to lean into Jake Paul, but he kept running into straight right and left hands, resulting in a TKO loss in the first round. Gib came back for redemption on June 12, 2021 when he faced popular TikToker Taylor Holder. The second this fight started, Gib looked way better than his previous fight against Jake. He was moving forward using his jab and landing heavy body shots. Gib's opponent tried to play patiently and tire him out, but as we all know, one of Gib's best attributes is his cardio, therefore he continued to pile on the pressure, landing significantly more shots than Taylor. Gib was the more active fighter in this fight, throwing combination after combination and did not slow down once. Gib absolutely dominated and clearly won every round, but unfortunately on the night he was robbed of the win and the fight was declared a majority draw. However, the fight was overturned a couple of weeks later, giving Gib the win via unanimous decision. Gib then fought Austin McBroom in September 2022 at a Social Gloves event. In this fight, Gib started off slower than usual and was knocked down in the first round. But once Gib had found his range, he really started to show off his skills. He was fighting on the front foot using his jab to line up vicious right hands. He continued to up the tempo and landed 2 huge knockdowns in round 3. Gib really showed his level in this fight and knocked McBroom down another 3 times in round 4, finishing him off with a massive overhand right for the KO win. Gib has proved himself to be one of the best boxers in the scene. His current record going into this fight with Jarvis is 5 fights, 4 wins, 1 loss with 1 knockout.
Prediction. Both fighters have similar styles in that they both like to come forward, putting pressure on their opponents. Jarvis does get hit with a lot of unnecessary punches in order to try and get inside. The question is, can he afford to take these shots from Gib? As well as this, we have yet to see how Gib performs under pressure, as we know that's what Jarvis likes to do. I believe that both fighters will come out fast, trying to control the center of the ring. Gib will control the center of the ring, forcing Jarvis to try and get inside, resulting in taking unnecessary damage from Gib. Gib will take damage from Jarvis, but not enough for him to give up. Overall, I think this fight will be pretty even, and this is definitely not one to miss, but I believe Gib will win via unanimous decision if he stays patient and doesn't fall into Jarvis's trap. Thank you for watching the video. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe, as I will be breaking down and analyzing all the upcoming influencer boxing fights.